Oh yeah, we're going to London.
Derby, Stone, Stafford, Peakridge, Wolverhampton, Birmingham, New Street stations to the south coast. Also change here for Lichfield, Tamworth, Nuneaton and Rugby. On departure of Stoke, this train will go forward and call at Milton Keynes, then London Euston.
Do you want to sit next to each other because we've got the other two?
Oh yeah, that's
Do you want to sit next to each other or we'll sit next to each other?
Yeah, no worries.
I'll just sit next to you for now.
Oh.
We made it to Euston. Euston was closed last weekend actually for the start of HS2 preparatory works, although on the approach we didn't really see any particular visible changes to the station. So there'll be a lot more closures like that over the next 10 years or so as they rebuild the station, which will become the start of High Speed 2. It's all starting to materialise, and it'll mean the end of this ugly abomination of a station.
The next station is Baker Street. Change for the Baker Loop, Circle, Hammersmith and City and Jubilee lines. Exit for Madame Tussauds.
Find the gap between the train and the platform.
Because I have £1.70. One of them was £10.
£1.70.
Yes. But how much?
Okay, I don't know.
So why don't you ever say I don't know?
Are you ready for the most difficult changeover in the world? We're going all the way from the Metropolitan line to the Jubilee line. Are you ready now? It's going to be a really difficult changeover.
Once again, line go.
That was a really difficult changeover, am I right? Phew. We see a lineup of 4 different variations of London buses. Hello, this is Blueberry, also known as Manny. He's the fat one. You're a fat cat. You know that, right?
And up to ours, you went.
Are you going to ask for some more food?
Moving it.
That was annoying me.
Wait, do it without the pink one.
Is he doing it? Just to please me? Oh, oh. He doesn't like. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, now what happens now? Uh-oh. Oh.
Just
You are so lazy. You're a big fat lazy cat. Money. No, no. Squash. Oh.
he's tired. You tired him out, Mum.
I'm so tired. I need a nap. I need a nap. I need a nap. I need somebody to scratch my tummy.
I like this new human butler they brought me.
Yes. Come on, nézd, itt a labda. Itt a labda. A játék lényege.
She's not taking the hint, is
Itt
she?
a labda. Yeah? Ez a labda. Ide bedugom alá. Ha? Nézd. Nézd, hol a labda? Hello. Where is the ball? Where is the ball? Cut. Which one is it? Show me. Put me the finger on it.
So here we are on the Thames Link. We're now going to Highgate because we've booked a tour of the abandoned part of Highgate Station, which should be very exciting. So yeah, we're taking the Thames Link to Kentish Town and the Northern Line from Kentish Town to Highgate. Here we are in Kentish Town. Let's find the Northern Line. So there's three exits once you're past the gate line, and this one says escalator to Archway Road. So I think this might be it, the secret exit that was talked about in the Secrets of the Northern Line video. Ah, there we go. I think we found, well, I'm not going to let you take credit, I think I found it. You can pretend you helped. I think this is the secret exit.
Is this?
Well, you'll see the good part is when we get up, because I think if I got this right, you get a perfect view of the abandoned upper level station, which is what we're about to get a tour of. So it's not open most of the year, but from time to time, TfL do, or it's actually the London Transport Museum, which is run by the TfL, do these very exclusive kind of secret station tours. From time to time they do Aldwych, which is the most well-known abandoned tube station. But my amazing parents managed to get me tickets to a secret tour of Highgate above Grand Station. Well, this is it, but you can't see very much because there's some trees in the way. But it's okay, because we'll get to see it from up close in a bit. And that's slightly disappointing, but oh well. It was worth a try, plus we're like half an hour early, so the meeting point's at the actual Highgate station, so now we have to walk back to the main entrance. I think that is it over there. You can't really see very much, but we'll be able to go inside as part of the tour. I'll be making a separate video for that, so you can find that in the link in the description below. If you're watching this as soon as this has been uploaded, it might be a couple of days still. in the meantime, for this video, let's fast forward after the tour. So we're here at Waterloo. We're going to meet up with Dad and Noam and the others to go see a film. They'll be here in about 10 minutes, so we need to find our way to the cinema, which is outside the station. Also, incidentally, over the summer, the old Eurostar platforms were reopened. Why don't we go have a look? So, platforms 20 to 24 are here in the former Waterloo platforms, which have been abandoned for 10 years until this summer, and they were using them whilst they closed some of the platforms on the other side for lengthening. And actually I think now those platforms have reopened and now these platforms are closed again temporarily, looks like it. So there'll be this area that I'm standing on will be remodeled more extensively, except for platform 20. That one still seems to be in use, and in fact there's a train coming in now. So this has really been quite a tour we've done today on this trip to London. Oh, look at those scrolling boards, I've never seen those before. So South West trains ceased to exist a couple of weeks ago. They've now been replaced with South Western Railway, a combination of First and MTR, which is Hong Kong transport basically. Lots of work going on here at Waterloo. This whole thing's not very pleasant at the moment, but it will be later on when the second phase is done, which should all be very good. Quite exciting. And that, prior to HS1, that was where the Eurostar started and finished in London. There's the IMAX cinema. We're at Waterloo. We just watched Dunkirk, which was about 1.5 hours of seasickness and very loud noises. We are now going to find our way back to...
Give you an idea of how we felt there.
Well, yes, obviously. As you know, World War II did contain a lot of seasickness and loud noises. We're now going to go to our place for the night, which is in Stoke Newington. We'll be travelling via Bank and London Liverpool Street, which means we get to finally do the very last tube line, the one tube line that I've yet to use, and that is the Waterloo and City line. We'll be doing its entirety of both stations. Let's go. First time on the Waterloo and City line. I will have now been on... Oh, that's it. Slightly underwhelming. So... and you can see the sidings at the end. The Waterloo and City line is also, if I'm not too badly mistaken, the only tube line that is completely isolated from the rest of the tube. There is no track connection to any other railway line in London or the UK. So the only way to get trains in and out is by a crane, via a gap in the tunnel, and I believe that's over there, which is interesting. Also, there's no ticket barrier. There's just a little validation thing at the side, which is quite easy to walk past, as Noam pointed out. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, I was just going to say it. This is what I imagine mail rail will be like.
Fridays was Saturdays.
I love the map.
I don't think I've been on Waterloo and City line before.
That is a hilarious map. Notice the Network Southeast logo thing on the platforms, as of course the Waterloo and City line was operated by British Rail under Network Southeast until 1994, and the trains were painted blue. Now it just looks like a standard part of the underground, although it's very weird. Why are people staying on? This is the end, this is the terminus. We did it. We did the entire Waterloo and City line. Dad, you did the entire Waterloo and City line in one day. How do you feel?
Good.
That was quite a feat.
I think it probably completes my set for London.
And I believe that is the thing. You weren't trying. Come on. This is like eyes. This is the only place on the London Underground I've seen like this. Oh, Central Line eastbound. There's quite a gap to mind. And it's almost midnight. That's been a pretty action-packed day. Hello and welcome back. We're now on the 76 bus. It's Sunday and we're going to Brick Lane. We're going to be changing to the overground at Dalston Junction.
The next station is Shoreditch High Street.
Now in previous vlogs, whenever we like explore a new line or something, I like a little animation to explain the history of it all. Instead of putting that here, I'm going to make an entirely separate video for that, so you can find that in the link in the description below, which will tell you all about the East London line and Broad Street and all sorts of other interesting things. In the meantime, here we are in Shoreditch High Street, closest station to Brick Lane, which is home of very well-known markets in London. New railway structure, old railway structure. Here we are in the Brick Lane markets.
see?
Bagels.
Onion, smoked salmon.
Are the tube trains on top. There were never tube trains there, so they're not really that relevant. It's just part of an arts exhibition centre type thing. Hello and welcome back. We're now going to give Noam his part of the weekend by going to visit the Supreme shop in London, and I'm taking the Central Line there. It's near Tottenham Court Road station. This here is the former lift shaft, which is now opened up to allow through access to the tube. We've got the Central and Northern lines here at Tottenham Court Road, and you're also going to have Crossrail. You can see they've actually covered up the sign there quite badly, because since they installed those signs, it was then decided to rebrand it, or partially rebrand it, as the Elizabeth line. So very controversial with it. Many rail nuts are displeased with the change. So, anyway.
These guys.
Actually, it has. Yeah, it has.
We had some very nice Japanese food while we were waiting. Noam, how was queuing for 3 hours?
It was not 3 hours, it was 1 hour and it was amazing.
What did you buy?
I bought a sweatshirt.
You queued 1 hour to buy a sweatshirt.
Yeah, it was good though.
A Supreme sweatshirt.
That's what it was.
It was pretty cheap as well. For Supreme.
Great, so we're now going to head back to Euston. And here we are back at Tottenham Court Road, from where we will get the Northern Line to Euston. I wonder where that escalator leads to. Here we are back in London Euston, and once again, thanks to real-time trains, we can beat the rest of the crowd and make it to our train before everyone else does. And in fact, here it is, 17:37 to Manchester Piccadilly platform 2. Always, always, always use real-time trains if you're travelling from Euston. It's just good advice. And there it is, 390-112. please subscribe. Hello YouTube, I'm David Frankal.
I'm Duncan Friedberg.
And behind us is the Waterloo Court. Hello and welcome to the... Oh, not again.